Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day.
And when you in the trenches, you know, it's cool to shoot them bullets. How you gonna defend yourself when them bullets coming back?
Go ahead, feel like a brick. Bad little bitch, she thick.
This a dollar beat.
BoxingVoice.com.
No matter what nobody say, man, Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, the kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar. I feel like he was straight up and down, no really no special effects.
BoxingVoice.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for 300 million, and I made 350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it's going down out here in these Twitter streets for these boxers. Right now, it's Tank and Regis. They going back and forth. Obviously, you know, Regis is being accused of wanting
payday. You want payday? I know that.
But I mean, who doesn't want a shot at Tank and the money that comes with that? Any and everyone is sticking their hands out, but Regis being with Probellum and Richard Schaefer, which is someone that Al does a lot of business with, so it's not a difficult fight to make. So my poll question is going to be, should Mayweather Promotions give us Tank versus Regis? And yeah, I love that fight. I love this fight, right? And then, no, give me Gary Russell Jr. What else? What else could we get here? What else could we get? Make Tank versus Haney. He's free! Exclamation. Let's see what y'all really want. See what y'all really want out here, man. Give me Tank versus I don't know who else, bruv. Rayo ain't got enough wins, right? What about that kid that's trained by David Benavidez' dad? What about him? No? The one that's allegedly knocked down or knocked out T.O. and Spawn? What about him? What about, man, give me Tank versus Chris Colbert. Make Colbert move up, man. He PBC. Let's go, man. Poll is out. So, ladies and gentlemen, joining us, and for those that will be listening on the playback on iTunes, iHeart, TuneIn, Stitcher, and everywhere across the world, wherever you can locate podcasts and RSS feeds, what we're here to discuss is the fact that today it has unfolded that there have been some allegations and possible police reports filed against Rolando Romero, the self-proclaimed this generation's Roberto Duran, who was the dance partner for Tank Davis for his scheduled fight for December 5th, I believe, or 6th. So what is happening now is obviously Romero with this new legal situation that is arising. Reporters are reporting that he possibly may not be in this fight, and that Showtime and PBC have already contacted several fighters in and around Tank's division. So the Ragaroo, obviously Regis Prograis, who is now signed with Richard Schaefer, who does a lot of business with Al Heyman and has done a lot of business with Al Heyman, he came out and said, I'll fight his low ass on short notice. Floyd and Leonard both said they loved that fight, but we all know that's bullshit. Tank ain't fighting no elite fighters anytime soon, even on short notice. Let's see who they gonna find for him. Looking emoji. And obviously he was quote tweeting off the Chris Mannix quote that we broke later this day, where he was telling us that PBC and Showtime are actively looking for new opponents to replace Rolando Romero on December 5th. Obviously due to, the lightweight contender having been accused by multiple people of sexual assault. So, in steps Regis to save the day, saying that he would take the fight on short notice. So my question obviously to you guys is, do you like that fight? Do you prefer that fight? Or would you rather Mayweather Promotions put together something else? And, I want to remind you, I will be doing a live fight chat for Boots, and hopefully I can do one for Vargas and Cepeda, as long as those two fights don't cross over each other. But I do want to do one for Josue Vargas and Cepeda. That's going to be a good fight, I believe. It's going to be a barn burner. Now I'm just reporting this. Obviously it's not the biggest news, but due to the fact that they are seeking opponents, I figured might as well let you know that Prograis is throwing his name in the hat as a possible opponent. And look, based off our poll, 71% of the votes say they love this fight with Tank versus Regis. 10% says no, give me Gary Russell versus Tank. 18% says make Tank versus Haney because Haney's free. And 3% says give me Tank versus Chris Colbert. So Colbert not getting very much love here on these Tank streets. And it's unfortunate for him. But, for Tank, it seems like people love the Regis Prograis fight. And if you love the podcast, don't forget to drop a comment, future, present, past. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. It's going to help put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans. Plus, it'll help me get to that 130,000 that I'm so desperately trying to get. Looks like we may need about 170 or so subscribers. Maybe we can get that tonight. Hopefully we can. And, hopefully you guys can help with that, by telling a friend to tell a friend that, we're talking boxing here multiple times a day. We've already gone live twice today, and we plan on going live some more tonight. We got some live fight chats to attend and boxing to watch. But right now on the Twitter streets, Tank and Prograis going at it. So I guess that the interesting thing in this is that not only is Tank suggesting that Regis just wants a payday, but he's also saying he heard Shakur killed them in sparring. So don't do that. I will be gladly to retire you. And then obviously he said some choice words that we don't need to repeat. But female dog comes to mind. That being said, Tank is verbally on Twitter accepting this fight. And he's taking confidence that the 130-pounder Shakur beat up on Prograis in sparring. Now, I did some investigating on Twitter. Someone had already asked Regis Prograis the question, and he already answered and said, yeah, that Shakur did put hands on him in that sparring session. So let me see if I can find that. Right here. So it says, didn't Shakur fuck you up in sparring? And he put, laugh out loud. Yeah, he did pretty good that day. Laughing out loud with a crying emoji. So Tank must have seen that, obviously, and, threw some coals on that fire to let it burn a little more by telling Prograis, hey, buddy, better watch who you're talking to, because if you let a 130-pounder and Shakur put hands on you, what would I do? Is obviously what he's insinuating, by bringing up the fact that he heard Shakur put hands on him in sparring. But man, does that say anything huge about Shakur? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now, again, just reporting, wanted to get your thoughts, wanted to let you know what's going on. But 72% of our audience obviously is, they prefer this fight with Regis other than anything else out there. So that's a good thing, and Tank accepting it is a good thing. We need to probably hold him to accepting this fight, right? He accepted it. So we need to maybe hold him to that, because it's a decent fight to make. It's a damn good fight to make. But we got ESPN tonight and we got Showtime. Definitely going live for the Boots fight, and I'm trying to go live for the Josue Vargas and Zepeda fight if possible. But ESPN goes on very late. But catch me on the next one. Just a quick little report. Peace.